Hey, it's Michelle Thompson, and I am so excited about doing this workshop. So make sure that you register. Super important because all the people that register get the special little extras. You'll have an advisor. You will have somebody kind of like helping you through this process, a little accountability, and somebody who's going to help guide you through this process. You'll also get a workbook. So there's always a lot of benefits to, instead of just being the sideliner on there, make sure you register. I like to keep a count on who's actually involved in these workshops. So I'm super excited. Now, why am I doing a workshop on discipline? Well, one of the things is I love teaching. I love doing these workshops. I love helping you guys grow. I love giving you value. And there's so much happening in the world that's so negative. And how about we just throw some positive spin on that and let's just give back. So let me give something to you. Let me give you some tips and some mind hacks and some things that you can do to get disciplined. Now, I always do a next level training, which means I'm going to give you training that you haven't read in a book, that you haven't taken in a course. And these are things that's going to teach you how to truly take action, how to truly get disciplined, how to truly get motivated, how to find that purpose, and how to put action into your life so that you are being the best version of you. Whether that's losing weight or exercising or starting a business or developing a coaching program, this discipline workshop is for you. So sign up and let's get started. Most people are not willing to do what it takes to make their dreams come true. The Marines have a saying, everybody wants to go to heaven, but nobody wants to die. The center of bringing any dream into fruition is self-discipline. And you know something? As simple as food or eating isn't so much about the body as much as it is about the mind. It's getting command of your mind to be able to choose those actions that are at your best interest. And every day you're choosing what's not your best interest. And so the world, it may be attacking you or fighting you or holding you down. So you're going to kick yourself in the butt and stop yourself from getting that dream? Or are you going to fight for creating that dream? I think the word discipline has gotten a bad name. We think of it in terms of punishment or restriction. And I'm not talking about discipline in that way. I'm talking about discipline in the sense that you forego immediate pleasure for the exchange of a long-term self-respect and freedom. I believe that self-discipline is the definition of self-love. And then when we say to ourselves, I love you, it means that you have that behavior that's loving towards yourself. Self-discipline is the center of all material success, and you cannot win the war against the world if you can't win the war against your mind. Self-discipline is self-love. And if you want to be happy, you have to love yourself, which means you have to have discipline in your behaviors. The road to sustaining that happiness is going to come through disciplining your behavior. And we tend to base self-esteem on what other people think. And that's not really self-esteem. Self-esteem is going to be how we feel about ourselves. And it is so dangerous to allow other people to determine how you're going to feel about you. And it's kind of like looking into a broken mirror that changes your face, and you try to look in this defiled, rusty, broken mirror. Is other people's opinion really the way we want to determine how we feel about ourselves? doesn't matter whose fault it is that something's broken. If it's broken, it's your responsibility to fix it. For example, it's not your fault that your father was abusive or an alcoholic, but it is for damn sure your responsibility to fix and figure out how you're going to deal with the traumas and try to make a life out of it. It's not your fault that your partner cheated and ruined your marriage, but it is your responsibility to figure out how to take that pain and how to overcome that and build a happy life for yourself. Fault and responsibility do not go together. It sucks, but when something is somebody's fault, most of the time we just want them to suffer. We want them to be punished. We want them to pay and make it their responsibility to fix it. But that's not how it works, especially when it's your heart, your life, your happiness, your responsibility, and your responsibility alone is what it is. Your responsibility alone. Do you make a person smile? Do you make a person feel good? Can you make a person laugh? Or whether or not a person is happy deeply or totally, utterly feeling those ways is out of your control. The prerequisite for spending time with a person is that they nourish and inspire you. Feed that flame. I want you to take a moment right now and look at the last 5 text messages on your phone. Those are the people that are feeding those flames. They're either dousing your flame or they're building it up. Look around at the people that you've chosen. Are they throwing logs on your fire? I want my life, my work, my family. I want it to mean something. I want my life to mean something. And if you're not making your life better, or you're doing something else to make somebody else's life better, you're wasting your time. You're wasting your talent and your skill. The skill is one of the greatest misunderstood concepts of people who have dreams that they want to do. Talent you naturally have, that you're skilled in, or just taking time to develop those skills hours by hours and beating that craft. You don't try to build a wall. You don't set out to build the wall. You build the greatest wall that's ever been built. And when you do that, you do it brick by brick. And you lay each brick as perfectly as you can. And one brick is not there for you to go face the earth. The world is one brick at a time. Sprawling between us and our goals in life, we often encounter a swamp rather than a red carpet. And that swamp represents the necessary preparations, whether it's schooling that feels only partly relevant in your life right now, or a professional degree, or sacrificing energy we have to make, maybe even raising children. The secret to getting past that swamp is having a goal that inspires you. A goal that fills you with a sense of purpose. That goal needs to be specific, and you need to visualize that goal so bright. And when that goal shines brightly enough within you, and it shines like a beacon that draws you through that swamp, it reminds you of what's on the other end. And what discipline does, and that commitment, it provides the bridge between here and your goals. And the question that you have to ask yourself is, what do I want to look back on? You may postpone discipline in your life, but in the end, you can't avoid it. Sooner or later, if you want to get anywhere with any kind of value or depth or meaning, we have to practice that self-discipline. Join me in this 3-day course, this workshop, this challenge where you and I are going to be exploring all the different ways that you can master the art of discipline, get moving, take charge of your life, and live a very fulfilled, disciplined, powerful, purposeful life full of all the things that are important to you. See you on March the 2nd, 3rd, and 4th